Now, we all have some personal goals that we want to reach, but not many people will admit that they need to become more in order to reach these goals. If we was already the person that we needed to become to reach these goals, then we would have attained these goals already. So today, in this video, I thought it'd be useful to share with you some top tips on how you can develop yourself in order to reach the goals that you want to achieve. Now, first of all, we've got to look at what is out there. Now, when I'm talking about goals, as in what you want to achieve, a lot of the time, money will play a part in it. Money is not the be all and end all. But what I'm saying is, if you have a goal of, say, traveling the world or doing a lot more things with your free time or doing a hobby or whatever it is, a lot of the time, money is involved, or money enables you to have the time to do what you want to do. Either way, money is affecting you in some kind of way. Now, one of the things that I heard from one of my mentors when I was about 19 was you need to raise the value that you give within a marketplace. And then by doing that, ultimately it's going to raise the amount that you receive from the marketplace. So your worth is determined by the marketplace. Now, if we look at minimum wage, for example, minimum wage is simply giving you the minimum amount of money for the minimum amount of effort. That is all it is. Someone could literally walk into a minimum wage job with no experience and do that job, because the people that are employing think that it requires the minimum amount of effort to actually get that job done. First thing that you've got to look at is time. Time is obviously the most valuable asset to everybody. It's one of the things that is scarce, especially right now with everything just sucking our time, whether it's social media, TV, chores, work, family life, everything. There's loads of different things that suck the time out of us, but everything's fighting for time. Now, if we could work the same amount of hours but get paid double the pay or quadruple the pay or even more than that, then obviously it will free up a lot more time for us to do what we're passionate about or what we're really interested in. Like most of you would already know, to get paid more, you need to raise the amount that you give. It's not a literally, I want more, but I'm not willing to give more. You have to be willing to give more. Now, like a video that I mentioned before about videographers, if you're a videographer or just a creative in general and you want to get long-lasting contracts, there's a video that I did before that actually talks about that. But one of the number one methods that I talk about is actually giving more value. Don't just give a creative product or whatever it is that you've gone there to do. Give a lot more value, and then they will pay you more often and even give you more because you've been giving a lot more to them. It's just the way that things work. You don't just take. You give. That is the mindset. What you got to remember is you can only give what you have. If you don't have any value to give to the marketplace, then the marketplace isn't going to give you any more value. Now, let me just clarify something. When I say someone is worth more, I mean worth more as in how much they get paid per hour, not as in how much they're worth as a person. We're all equal as a person, but how much we get paid based on this economy and the marketplace right now, that is based on the amount of value that you're giving. And the number one way to do that is work harder on yourself than you do on your job. And what do I mean by that? I mean personal development. When I say personal development, some of you were probably thinking like, what is that, like this fuzzy word? I've heard it mentioned a lot and like I don't really get it. I'm not really from that social background where personal development is something that's in my social circles and people talk about. And don't get me wrong, I was exactly the same. A lot of the people in my circles that wasn't from that mindset of developing yourself. They was just on that instant gratification kind of mindset of they want something now. If it's not now, then I'm not willing to put the long-term work in to get it. And when I say personal development, all it literally is becoming more than what you currently are. So if you have certain goals that you want to achieve, you are going to have to upskill yourself and develop yourself, whether that's physically or mentally, and develop yourself to a point where you can reach those goals or where you're worthy enough to attain those goals. Because goals are there for a reason, they're set for a reason, and they're there in order for you to achieve them. You have to move in order to get to them. They're not just going to come to you. It doesn't work like that. Now, one of the best ways that you can develop yourself is by, say, reading, for an example. If you're not into reading, you can listen to audiobooks. One of the things that I do myself personally is when I'm driving, I listen to audiobooks and I get through audiobooks like anything. Or when I'm out on a run, I listen to an audiobook. Now, you guys have probably heard the saying, the 5 people that you spend the most time with will determine your success in reaching your goal or not. Like, it's just simple as that. If you want to be say a boxer and you start hanging around with boxers that aren't that good, then most likely you're going to stay at that level. But if you start hanging around with professionals that are conducting themselves differently and their skill set is way up there, it's going to force you to raise the bar straight away just because you have to compete at that level. It's the same with creatives. If you're creating content and you're hanging around with creatives that are all coming up with new, fresh stuff rather than just copying what everybody else is doing, it's going to push your bar up again because you have to raise to their level. It's one of the things that I've tried to do by creating this channel is attract more creators of different styles of content. Watching films is another way. If you look at Pursuit of Happiness, it kind of sets the tone and shows you that somebody else has done it. When you've heard that somebody else has done it before, it often makes it easier to attain it yourself. Now, if you look at Usain Bolt for an example, as soon as he started to run under 10 seconds, all of a sudden, everybody else is hitting under 10 seconds because they know it's possible. Do you get me? So if you start watching people and you start seeing people achieve things that you thought wasn't possible, that's going to help you to attain the possible. Simply because you know that it is possible. And it's exactly the same with if you've got a culture or family around you or friends around you and the expected results are this and you will reach this level. That's the expected results. Whereas everybody else is thinking this level, right? If the expected level is this, then you're gonna hit this at least at a minimum. And you might even hit higher, but you're definitely going to hit this level because it's expected of you, of everybody else that's around you, because you've got that culture of excellence, that culture of achievement. Another way that is possible as well, that has only become possible in the last, say, 5 to 10 years, is reaching out to people that you admire or people that you want to get to know, even say celebrities or people that are at the highest level that you can think of within your industry or whatever it is that your goal is that you want to achieve. Reach out to them on social, offer them something of value in order to get them to meet with you, and then just pick their brain, ask them questions, like just speak to them, get to know what is their daily routine, what are they doing, how are they achieving, or how did they achieve what you want to achieve. Ask them questions, but always think, how can I give value first? Don't think what can I get, because like the hundreds of people that are already reaching out to them, they're probably thinking, well, who is this guy? Like, I don't really know them, I'm gonna be polite and reject. But if you give something of value, then automatically it puts you on a different par to everybody else because you're not just taking, you're giving. And it's worthwhile, a little quick tip on that, worthwhile to research what are they struggling with. Do they have a new book that's coming out? Do they need help promoting that? Have they got something else that's happening right now in their life that they would really appreciate? Could you send them some merchandise or something that is going to make them realize actually you understand them, you get them, and you're looking to give, you're not just looking to get. Hopefully that was useful for you guys, and I just wanted to make sure that I got something out this week because I know and I can feel it that a cold is coming, like, but the back of my throat's killing, so that's probably why I sound a bit groggy and everything. But I just wanted to make sure that I got something out to you before it fully kicks in, because I didn't want to be here like a zombie, just like, you know, drooling and unable to speak properly and blowing my nose and all that kind of stuff, because I just wanted to be consistent with putting out this stuff that I'm giving to you. So hopefully that will be useful to you guys. And remember, no matter what industry you're in, you could be doing something, you could be learning. And I might do more episodes on the type of books that I recommend for different topics and different industries, depending on your interests and whatever. So I might give those a later date or do another video on those. Now, one of the reasons why I created this channel and really started creating content consistently, and I want to build this channel, is because I know how lonely it can be as a creative. You can literally be on your own, within your own thoughts, creating content, consistently editing, doing your own thing, but you get lost in it, and you get lost in enjoying the process as much as what you used to, simply because you have so many deadlines from so many clients. But the thing is, what makes it more enjoyable is when you're doing it with fun people that think like you, that are other creatives. So hopefully I'm going to build this community of creators where people can come together, bounce ideas off each other, and even meet in person. So hopefully we will grow to the point where the audience is that big, there will be at least 5 people that you can meet with that also watch this channel, and you can go out and create some stuff or do some stuff or develop with each other and hold each other accountable. That is another thing that's really good about personal development. If you've got accountability partners where you're talking about what have you developed, how can I help you, what do you want to achieve, have you done what you said you was going to do, simple things like that, it helps you. Because when you're on your own and you're pushing on your own and you're trying to develop things and establish new habits, sometimes it's hard because you get caught up in things and you let things slip, and then all of a sudden you've give up on something. But if you had someone there encouraging you and saying, look, have you done this? Remember when you said this? Remember why you said that you wanted to do this? Make sure you stick to it. As long as you've got someone doing that, it just helps you along the way, and it gives you a higher level of rate of success to actually achieve your goals. So remember that. So leave in the comments below, if you can, where you're from and who you would like to connect with, because I'd like to hear that as well. Now this was a different type of video, hitting on more the personal development side rather than the content creation side. So if you'd like to hear more videos like this, then leave a comment below and let me know, and I'll put more detail in these types of videos. And also subscribe and like this video and share it with somebody else that you feel would get a lot of value out of it.